How many times have you heard about suspicious deaths, potentially linked to assassinations by spy agencies, coming from people falling off buildings? And did you ever wonder, why would a spy agency prefer this over other means in a staged suicide or accident? Well, this is the topic of today's episode. Welcome to Tradecraft Sunday. Whether you talk about the 1953 case of Frank Olson, who fell from the window of Hotel Statler in New York, and it's still suspected that CIA was behind it, since Olson was heavily involved in CIA's mind control project, the one with a cryptonym MKUltra. Or the way more recent case from October 2021, where the Russian FSB undercover intelligence officer Kirill Zhalo fell from the Russian embassy's top floor in Berlin, Germany, which is generally believed to be a forced defenestration by the FSB, due to either him giving away state secrets to Western intelligence services or attempting to defect to a Western country. Or the well-known case of Ashraf Marwan, the Egyptian billionaire who served as a double agent for the Israeli Mossad and Egypt and was found dead on June 27, 2007, after falling from his flat in Carlton House Terrace in London. Interestingly, several sensitive documents and evidence of his work with Mossad were vanished from his apartment on the same day, leading to the general speculation that this was likely Mossad forced defenestration. We could continue with examples from all around the world, but hopefully those give you a clue that this is a decades-old tradecraft that is still being employed to this day. But why? Some might try to associate it with historical, symbolic, or even ritualistic meanings, and there might be some truth into that. But for most intelligence services, it's something way more blunt and practical. The effectiveness and strong plausible deniability. As we know thanks to this 1953 declassified CIA study, which was originally part of the cryptonym PB Success, a covert action to overthrow the Guatemalan government, we know how spy agencies see this. CIA called this a study of assassination, and nowadays most people incorrectly refer to it as the CIA Assassination Manual. There, under the chapter Accidents, we read, "For secret assassination, either simple or chase, the contrived accident is the most effective technique. When successfully executed, it causes little excitement and is only casually investigated. The most efficient accident in simple assassination is a fall of 75 feet or more onto a hard surface. Elevator shafts, stairwells, unscreened windows and bridges will serve. Bridge falls into water are not reliable. In simple cases, a private meeting with a subject may be arranged at a properly cased location. The act may be executed by sudden, vigorous, then something reducted, of the ankles, flipping the subject over the edge. If the assassin immediately sets up an outcry, playing the horrified witness, no alibi or surreptitious withdrawal is necessary. In chase cases, it will usually be necessary to stun or drag the subject before dropping him. Care is required to ensure that no wound or condition not attributable to the fall is discernible after death. Falls into the sea or swiftly flowing rivers may suffice if the subject cannot swim. It will be more reliable if the assassin can arrange to attempt rescue, as he can thus be sure of the subject's death and at the same time establish a workable alibi. If the subject's personal habits make it feasible, alcohol may be used, then two redacted words, to prepare him for a contrived accident of any kind. Falls before trains or subway cars are usually effective, but require exact timing and can seldom be free from unexpected observation. And then it covers other, less effective types of accidents. Alright, so in other words, according to that CIA study, falls of 75 feet or more onto a hard surface is the, quoting the CIA on that, most efficient way to assassinate someone and make it look like an accident. And believe it or not, even 67 years after that CIA study, in 2020, the Center for Construction Research and Training published this, the survey on underlying causes of falls from heights, and in their case they stopped measuring after the 40 feet height, since the fatality rate was already at nearly 32%. Similarly, as we read in this paper from the Scandinavian Journal of Trauma, Resuscitation and Emergency Medicine, published in 2011, a more recent study on 287 vertical fall victims revealed that falls from height of 8 stories, i.e. around 90 to 100 feet, and higher, are associated with 100% mortality. Both of those research publications, surprisingly, confirm exactly what CIA wrote in 1953, that falls of 75 feet or more onto a hard surface is, again quoting the CIA, the most efficient method to make an assassination appear like an accident. And strangely enough, the decades-old Tradecraft seems to be changing how other nation-state actors operate too. For example, the last few years, we see Russian intel services employing this method increasingly more than their traditional signature assassination method, which used to be poisonings. And if you'd like us to do a similar episode on other assassination methods, please let us know. Until then, this episode probably gave you another perspective into so-called accidents that might be more than just an accident, and showed you that although this is far from new or innovative tradecraft, it's still being actively employed by spy agents across the globe, in this world where nothing is as it seems.